So let's get started. In every in every book you read about technical analysis, it is clearly stated, and in the opening chapters of this book, that a trend is a series of tops and bottoms. It is clearly stated that an uptrend is made up of a series of higher tops and higher bottoms, while a downtrend is identically the opposite. It is made up of a series of lower tops and lower bottoms. And there is the range, which is characterized by tops and bottoms being on the same horizontal level. So it is easy to identify a trend. All we have to do is look at the sequence of tops and bottoms and then decide whether we have a trend or not. Now, the problem lies in the fact that in no book you read about technical analysis, it is clearly stated how to identify the tops and the bottoms. While identifying a trend is easy, identifying tops and bottoms can be very subjective. So it depends on the analyst or the trader to identify whatever he see in his chart. That is why it is thought that technical analysis is more of an art rather than a science, because it's a little bit subjective. So what we want to do is we want to transform the subjectivity into an objective approach, and this is how we are going to do our analysis. So, because identifying tops and bottoms is the cornerstone of identifying a trend, it is the prerequisite to identify a trend, we spent lots of time going over the best theories and studies in the field of technical analysis. We used the Charles Dow theory, gun theory, and we found a very objective way. We set the conditions to objectively identify the correct tops and bottoms in the market, which will make our life easy in identifying the trend. So this is the most important thing about this indicator. The best thing about this indicator is that it automatically identifies the correct tops and bottoms in the market. Now, as I told you, identifying the correct tops and bottoms is an essential part of any method that uses price action pattern recognition. So now you will have a tool that will automatically identify the tops and the bottoms. It will automatically identify the trends and their reversals. As you know, the market does not move in a straight line. Prices move from one phase to another. The market goes from an uptrend to a downtrend, and then from a downtrend to an uptrend. Now, this indicator, the Avramis Swing Indicator, can be used to identify when the market moves from one phase to another. So, it's not only helping me identify the tops and the bottoms and the trends, but it is also helping me identify the trend reversals. So, it is helping me identify the end of one phase and the beginning of a new phase. It will allow you to catch the new trend from the moment it begins. And what's better than trading with the direction of the trend? The ability to trade with the direction of the trend from the moment it begins, right? And this is what this indicator will allow us to do. Now, this indicator is the method built around this indicator is very straightforward. Okay? There are three possible bullish entry strategies that this indicator will reveal. Of course, we are going to discuss the bullish strategy, but it is the same. We have the opposite of these three bullish strategies, which are the bearish strategies. So the first entry signal that this indicator will spot is called the trend reversal entry. The trend reversal entry highlights the beginning of a new trend, the reversal from a downtrend to a new uptrend. All right? So the first entry strategy is called the trend reversal entry. Now, the second entry is what we like to call it the trend confirmation entry. It is called the breakout entry. So once a trend starts, the break above the second top is the move that confirms the trend. So the move that further confirms the trend is the move above the second top in an uptrend. This is the bullish breakout entry. And then the third entry strategy, the best entry strategy, is called the bullish wave entry. So we have an uptrend, the market is going up, price is correct, and then gives me the opportunity to trade with the direction of the trend, of course. So these are the three entries. These are the three entries of our system. The trend reversal entry, which is the beginning of a new trend, the breakout entry, which confirms the trend, and then the wave entry, which is a trend continuation entry or strategy. Let's go over each of these three entries real quick. The trend reversal entry. Now, if we look at this chart in front of us here on this example, we can see a weak downtrend. We can see a weak downtrend. Now, why do you think this trend is weak? By definition, a downtrend is made up of two components. It is made up of lower tops and lower bottoms. Now, if I look at this chart, I can see clearly that I have a series of lower tops. T2 is lower than T3 and T1 is lower than T2, and the prices now are still below T1. Now, do I have lower bottoms as well? Let us go over the bottoms together. I can see B3 is lower than B4, B2 is lower than B3, but B1 failed to go below B2. And now the market formed a bottom, B1, which is higher than B2. So what happened to my downtrend? Is it completely destroyed? No. This downtrend became a weak downtrend because it lost one of the two elements that forms a downtrend. So there are two elements that constitute a downtrend: lower tops and lower bottoms. The moment I lose one of these elements, the trend becomes a weak trend. So in this case, a weak downtrend. But is it completely destroyed? Not yet. I still have lower tops. When will this downtrend become completely destroyed? It will become completely destroyed the moment prices break above T1. So if prices fails to go below the previous bottom and manage to break above the previous top, then this will be the end of the downtrend and the beginning of an uptrend. That is why whenever we see a weak downtrend taking this shape, we can set our entry above T1. Of course, in trading, for every entry, you must have a stop loss level set in place. In this case, our stop loss will be below B1. And we are going to use the Fibonacci tool, and we are going to use the Fibonacci ratios to set uh, the resistance levels in this uptrend. So we are gonna set the resistance levels based on the Fibonacci ratios. We are going to draw Fibonacci from the previous top T1 to the last bottom B1, always from left to right. Everything we draw on a chart must be drawn from left to right. So I will draw Fibonacci downward from left to right, from T1 to B1. I will extend this wave down. I will extend the wave by 161.8%, 261.8%, and 423.6%. I will use the 161.8 projection level as target 1 and the 261.8% as target 2. Of course, target 3 will be at 423.6, but for now, I need you to forget about target 3. How do we exit this entry strategy? Well, I advise you guys to always use this exit strategy. We set our entry, we set the stop loss, we set our targets, and by the way, all these entries, stops, and targets will be highlighted automatically by the indicator. You don't need to do anything. You don't even need to draw Fibonacci. The indicator will do all the hard work for you. Now I will teach you how to exit this trade. So all you have to do is place your order, place your stop and targets. Now, as soon as prices reach target 1, I advise you guys to close 50% of your position. So if you bought 2 lots, you are going to close 1 lot and then move your stop loss from the stop loss level to the entry level. And then hold on to the remaining 50% of the position towards target 2. As soon as prices reach target 2, you close everything and you wait for the next opportunity to trade. Is it clear? So again, the indicator will identify the weak downtrend. It will identify the trend reversal strategy. It will highlight the entry, stop, and target levels. All you have to do is place your orders. After placing your order with the stop loss and the targets, when prices reach target 1, you close 50% of your position. You want to close everything, you want to close everything on target 1, it's totally up to you. You want to wait all the way towards target 2, it is up to you as well. However, my advice for you guys, because you don't have enough experience now to know if prices are going to stop on target 1 or even go to target 2, we will play this nice game. We will close 50% on target 1, we book some profits, and then we move the stop loss to break even. After reaching target 1, you shouldn't be willing to lose any money. So I closed 50%, I closed half of my position, I booked some money, and then what do? I move my stop loss from here to target 1. And then I hold on with a risk-free trade towards target 2. As soon as target 2 is reached, close everything. Don't be greedy and wait for target 3. Target 3 is for the experienced only. Okay? This is the trend reversal entry. Now, the second entry that will be highlighted by the guys, if the voice is low, please try to use a headset, because not everyone is experiencing a low voice. So what I advise you to do, everyone who is experiencing a low voice, who is not able to hear me loud and clear, because the voice is very clear, try to increase the volume of your PC or even better, use a headset, use headphones. Now, the second entry strategy highlighted by this indicator is the breakout entry. So, an uptrend started, the market was going down, it reversed, it is going up. So I start my analysis right now. I'm starting my analysis right now. It's my first day of trading. I open my chart and I see this nice uptrend. What shall I do? Shall I wait for this uptrend to finish, to reverse, and then trade the trend reversal down? Of course not. Although the best entry strategy is to be able to trade the trend from its beginning, however, the trend will continue for a very, very long time. So we should take advantage and trade the trend. That is why the breakout entry is another entry strategy that will allow me to trade the continuation of the trend. Whenever I see an uptrend with this pattern like that, I want to buy. Where is the best place to buy? Above the top. I wait for the prices to break through this resistance, and then I buy because I know that it's going to go and print a higher top. So we set our entry above the previous top, stop loss below the previous bottom. We use Fibonacci as well, from left to right downward, from T1 to B1, and we use the 161.8 extension and 261 extension of this move to set our targets. These are the resistance areas we will use to sell some of the positions we bought here. As soon as the price reached target 1, we close 50% of the position. We move the stop loss to the entry level. We hold on to a risk-free trade, nothing to lose. If the prices go down, I will exit with no loss and no gain on the second half. And if the prices continue higher, then I will enjoy more gains towards target 2. And the third entry strategy is the wave entry strategy. I have an uptrend. Of course, the market does not move in a straight line. So after each trending wave, the market has to correct in the opposite direction. So I have a directional wave. The price goes to new highs. Some sellers are going to sell. Some buyers who already bought here, let's say, will take their profits, and this will cause the price to go down. However, in an uptrend, the most probable thing to happen is for the prices to go down, reach a support level, and then resume higher. Buyers will join again and will push the price to go and form an even higher high or print a higher top. So I'm going to use this corrective wave, wait for the price to reach a support level, wait for reversal signs next to the support, and then I'm going to enter. There are several ways to spot the reversal next to the support level. We will either wait for a trend reversal on the lower time frames, or we will wait for 1 or 2 big green candles, and then we are going to enter. The indicator will show me the entry level below the support level reached. We will draw Fibonacci from T1 to the support level reached, and then we are going to mark the 161.8 and 261.8 levels as targets 1 and 2. As prices reach target 1, we are going to close 50%, move the stop loss to the entry level, and hold on to a risk-free trade towards target 2. All right? Of course, we are going to move to a real chart, guys. Just bear with me another 5 minutes. I'd like to teach everything on a clear, slide like this, and then we will be able to move on to the the MT5 platform in order to go over real examples. So these are the 3 entry strategies. Now, as you might know, not every signal we get in technical analysis has the same probabilities of success, right? Not every trend, not every uptrend has the same probability of continuation, of continuing in the same direction. Sometimes we have a strong trend, and others we have a less strong trend. Same for signals. Sometimes we get a buy signal that is very strong. It is associated with few risks, low level of risk. And sometimes we have a buy signal that it is not that strong. It's a weak signal. Also, this indicator, although now everything we explained is based on price action, we didn't use any indicator at all. Now comes the time that we will use some technical tools and indicators to back up and to further support the price action. And we are going to use a very objective way to evaluate the strength of these signals. There are various factors we use when identifying the trend strength or the signal strength. We will study the distance between the tops and the bottoms. So the slope of the trend. The best trends are trends that develop at a slope of 45 degrees. Trends that are very steep will lose momentum and then reverse quickly. And trends that are very flat, they tend to behave similar to a range with very weak momentum. So the best trends are the trends that develop at a slope of 45 degrees. How to identify the best slope? We will study the distance between tops and bottoms and evaluate the quality of the trend using the distance between tops and bottoms. The second factor we take into consideration is the direction of the trend indicators. We will use the linear regression channel, price channel. We will use the exponential moving average 55 and the MACD with its equilibrium line at 0. We will take the signals of these 3 trend indicators, and if they confirm the trend, this will show a very strong trend. If they don't confirm or they don't agree with the direction of the prices, then we say that the signal is less accurate. And we are going to use the extreme conditions on momentum oscillators. We are going to detect overbought and oversold extreme levels using the momentum oscillators. And we are also going to take into consideration the direction of the higher time frames. We are going to use all these factors and evaluate objectively the strength of each signal. I will show it to you on a real chart right away. And then using all this information, we are going to trade the market in this way. We will have a downtrend. This downtrend fails to break the previous bottom, becomes a weak downtrend, so the indicator will automatically highlight the trend reversal entry with entry above the stop loss below the bottom, and targets as shown here. Prices will go up. Most probably, I will close my position and then wait for the next opportunity to trade. Prices go down, starts to go up again, and then the indicator will highlight the next possible opportunity, which is the breakout above the previous top, the confirmation of this uptrend. Of course, setting the stop loss and targets as well. We will close our position, wait for a correction towards a support level, detect reversals around the support, and then the indicator will automatically highlight the wave entry with entry here, stop loss here, and targets. And then the next wave entry. Similarly, another wave entry. And this will keep on happening until one time we will enter a wave entry, prices will go up, fail to break above this top, and here automatically I have my stop loss to protect myself against changes in the trend direction. At this point here, the indicator will also show me the trend reversal entry, which highlights the end of this uptrend and the beginning of a new trend. So you will hit a stop loss, but you will reverse, taking a short position with the direction of the new trend. You will close and then wait for the next opportunity to trade. However, sometimes the market will move into a range. And when the market moves into a range, the indicator will not show you any entry strategy, because the method that this indicator is based on is a trend following method. So we are taking advantage of the trending phase and staying away when the market is moving in a range. Let's go and see a clear, let's go and see a real example on our chart. So this is the indicator. After sending you the indicator by email, you will download this indicator, you will insert the indicator, and then as you can see, the indicator, the blue line, is automatically highlighting and drawing for me on top of the candles the correct tops and bottoms in the market. It is not only drawing the tops and bottoms, but it is also identifying the trend direction, guys, on all these time frames. So as you can see here on the MT5, I have a list of time frames that I chose to have on my panel here. So I have from the 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 3 hours, all the way up to the monthly chart. However, the enabled time frame that I usually use for my trading are the 15 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hours, daily and weekly. So by enabling these time frames here, this indicator is going to draw the tops and bottoms, identify the trend direction. As you can see here, the indicator is telling me that on the 1 hour, the trend is an uptrend. The green arrow pointing up refers to an uptrend. On the 4 hours, it's also an uptrend. On the daily, it's a down. On the weekly, it's a weak uptrend. And on the monthly, it is an uptrend. These patterns here are just for coding to differentiate between different phases in an uptrend. So as you can see here, on the 1 hour, it's an uptrend 10A, while on the 4 hours, it's an uptrend 1A. Difference in the sequence of tops and bottoms and the pattern or the phase of the trend. So let's go back to here, to our example. Here, the prices are going down. I have a bottom, I have a top, a lower bottom, prices are going up. So I have a clear downtrend. And what do you think prices will do here in a downtrend? Most probably, it will continue to go down. So prices will face a resistance, starts to go down, and then as you can see, the indicator highlighted an entry signal for me here. Entry, target 1, target 2, and the stop loss automatically highlighted, and you can see them here. the entry, the stop, the targets for a bearish breakout entry. You can place your orders. However, after a while, what happened? After 1-2 days, the market failed to break B2, failed to activate my bearish entry strategy, and then highlighted a reversal. Because I have a bottom higher than the previous bottom, the indicator automatically spots a trend reversal opportunity and automatically highlights a bullish trend reversal entry, as you can see here under strategy, a bullish trend reversal on the daily chart with entry at 8,000, stop loss at 7,390, and target 1, target 2, target 3, as you can see. Now remember, what did we agree? We agreed that as soon as the prices reach target 1, what do? We close 50% of the position, move the stop loss from B1 to the entry level, and then wait patiently until the prices continue higher. Prices went higher, reached target 2, and then prices are right here at the moment. So earlier in the previous month, around 2 weeks ago, this trade on the NASDAQ was highlighted, and as you can see, prices went all the way to target 2. All you needed to do is to place the order. Now, if you ask me, what are all these arrows here and what is the score? Remember when I told you about the trend evaluation and the signal evaluation, that not every signal we see here has the same probabilities of success or the same strength? Well, this is the study that is being made using the quality of the tops and the quality of the bottoms. So here in this uptrend now on the daily chart, I can see, or the indicator is telling me that the quality of the tops is good, the quality of the bottoms is good. All trend indicators are pointing up, confirming the uptrend. So the prices are going inside the bullish linear regression channel even without seeing it. Prices are above the exponential moving average 55, and MACD is above the 0 level. That's why we have the 3 arrows, and the state is neutral. So the prices are not overbought, not oversold. The higher time frame is a range. That is why the total score for this trend is 7. Another example is the AUDUSD. As we can see here, guys, we can see a nice downtrend, lower tops, lower bottoms, a correction higher. Of course, as a trader here, I am expecting prices to stop and continue going down. So I'm waiting for the prices to reach a resistance and confirm reversal. And as you can see here, guys, because the score is high, I can see here a clear entry, a trend continuation entry. Entry on the daily chart was given at 59.80, 59.79, 59.79. Stop loss is at 62.12 and targets at 50.89 and 43.83. All you have to do, guys, is place your order. Sell stop here, stop loss here, and targets here. While waiting for my order to be activated, what happened? Something changed in the market, right? The market is changing continuously. Maybe the economic situation in Australia was better than the economic situation in the USA, and this caused the Australian dollar to stop going down, and then, as you can see, it reversed in the opposite direction, highlighting again a trend reversal entry. So you see the signal changed from a bearish entry to a bullish entry, highlighting a new entry, stop, and targets. All you have to do is place your orders. And as we can see, prices reach target 1. Supposedly, we should close 50%, move the stop loss, and wait for the market to go towards target 2. So this is target 2. Remember that we are already in this trade, so I'm going to place my target here and then wait for prices to continue. And there you go, prices reached exactly this resistance area, and now we see a correction lower. Now we are waiting for the new opportunity to enter a new position. Again, we can see more examples on intraday charts, like the 1-hour chart. Here I can see the euro-yen going up in a nice uptrend, coming down towards a support area, and then prices going higher again. The indicator is showing an entry above this level, above T1, with targets here and here. Place your orders and wait. While waiting, the market reversed and then highlighted a new entry strategy. And as you can see now, this strategy is showing as activated. It's already activated, so price went below the entry, and now it is hovering between the entry and target 1. So you can see without the indicator, your chart will look exactly like this. Your chart will look exactly like this. It is hard, extremely hard, to identify objectively the tops and the bottoms on the chart. All you have to do is insert. You can click here, insert, indicators. You go to the custom list and you choose Avramis Swing. When I choose Avramis Swing, allow the LL, make sure it is clicked, and click OK. There you go. The indicator will automatically appear on your chart, highlighting tops and bottoms, analyzing the trend on all these time frames in a minute, and also highlighting all the possible entries. So as you can see here, on the 15 minutes, I have a bullish entry. So if I'm an intraday trader, more of a scalper, I can go to the 15 minutes and then trade this entry here. So you see, the trend was going down, and then it failed to continue lower, and now it broke the top, and it activated a bullish entry strategy. My entry was here, stop loss is here, target 1, target 2. It is already activated, so now it is too late to enter this. Now it is too late to enter this trade. However, as you can see here, I have a trade on the daily chart, which is a more accurate time frame, with a score of 8. It means it's a strong, it is a strong signal. While look here at the 15 minutes, what is the score? The score of the 15 minutes is 1. It is not that strong. I'm going to tell you how to use the score in a few minutes. So I can go to the daily chart, and all I have to do on the daily chart is just set my entry, set my order, place my order, entry here, targets, and stops. Now, how do I use the score, guys? I use the score in managing my exposure, my risk. So if the score, let's say I want to risk $1,000 on every trade, or 100 or 10, it's up to you, yeah? But let's keep it simple. Let's say I want to risk $100 on a trade. If my score is 8, I could risk $80. If my score is 1, I could risk $10, or even decide not to trade this signal. If you always trade one lot, if you have a score of 8 and above, you can trade one lot. If the score is less than 8, you can start decreasing your position size accordingly. This is a nice way, quick, easy way to incorporate money management in your trading style. So use the score in order to decide whether to trade or not, or on how much to trade on each signal. All you have to do, for example, is scan through these instruments. So I'm trading oil. I drag and drop oil on a chart. I drag and drop oil on a chart, and there you go. The indicator is analyzing oil on all these time frames, and it is highlighting, for example, a bullish breakout on the 1 hour chart. Let's go and check it. I go to the 1 hour chart. There you go. It's an uptrend. Prices went down, found support, now going up. If it breaks this resistance here, I will enter. I will place my target at 21.70 and 24 with a stop at 18.05. You can go ahead and place your order now. What is the score? The score is 9. It's a high probability trade. So definitely a trade we should take. Now, you know what's the best thing about this indicator? What I like most about this indicator is that in a click, if I go to the indicator settings, I can activate something called the scanner. What is the scanner? The scanner mode, by activating it, double click here and it will turn to true. This scanner now, if I click OK, the indicator will automatically go and scan all the instruments in the market watch. Everything you see here in the market watch, the indicator will scan all these currencies and commodities and indices on all these time frames, and it will list for me here all the signals that are available at the moment. So it is showing me the oil on the 1 hour. It is waiting so I can place the order. It is showing me a trade on the dollar yen on the 1 hour, but the score is 2. So maybe you decide not to trade it. I have another trade which is better on the 4 hours with a score of 9 on the dollar yen, which is also waiting. I can go and check it, open a new chart, drag and drop the dollar yen on it. I have 2 trades. Yeah, I have one score of 2, one score of 9. Which one to take? Gotta take the short one, right? So I go to the 4 hours, and this is the trade that we want to take. All you have to do is place your orders. Now, of course, you can decide from the parameters of this indicator. If you go here, you can choose which time frames to show here. So if I want to trade the 1 minute, I can choose that I want the 1 minute instead of the 5 minutes. I also want the 5 minutes instead of the 10 minutes. You choose whatever time frames you want to see here. And then from the checkbox time frames, you keep going down, and then here you can change the width and the size of the panel of each column and each row. You can decide if you don't care about these. If you don't care about these indicators here, all you care about is the score, you can decide to remove the quality column. Put it false, it will disappear. MACD, I don't care about it. Put it false. Moving average, I don't care about it. Moving average, I don't care about it. No, 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 no. So all I care about is I want the score column. And of course, I want the strategy, the entry, stop, and the targets. You can say only find scores above or equal to 6. So I don't want the indicator to show me weak signals. I want the indicator to show me only signals with a score of 8 or above. Up to you guys. You can choose whatever you want. Click OK. Close. The indicator will scan again. All you have to do is look for the new signals. So you see now the indicator is scanning again. First of all the columns here disappeared. All I have now is the score with the strong signals. So this is the page one of two. So I can see 2 pages now. If you click the plus here, you move to the second page of signals. Sometimes you will have more pages. So I click on page plus, it will take me to the new page, to the second page. I can choose the signal from there. And I can go again to the indicators parameters, and I can choose, for example, which entries, which strategies to show. If you don't want to take the breakouts, you can say false. So find bullish breakout, false. Or keep it true. I like to see all the trades and then choose from here. So this is the indicator, guys. Very easy to use, very simple. It is a trend following method, trading with the direction of the trend. It's not nuclear physics. We are not reinventing the wheel. It's just an easy way, yet a very effective way to trade the markets. So people who are sitting at home now with nothing to do, you can use your time to start trading using this tool. I hope you enjoyed this session. If you have any questions, now is the time. Please let me know. What if my Deuce Robert is asking, what if my leverage is 1 to 200? How much I am risking with 100? How much am I risking with 100 or with 10? Well, your your leverage does not dictate how much you risk. You should decide how much you want to risk or you can afford to risk, regardless of your leverage. So leverage is a facility granted by my broker. My account is set to 200 to 1 leverage, but I've never used 200 to 1. And I don't advise anyone to over leverage his account. As a rule of thumb, if your account is $10,000, I'd like to trade a lot size of 0.1 lot. Okay? That's just a very quick way or trick not to over leverage your account and not to risk a lot. All you have to do is, if you have a $10,000 account and you don't know how to do money management properly, don't trade more than 0.1 on every signal you get. If your account is 100,000, you should trade 1 lot. That is a very conservative approach in trading, or in setting some basic money management rules. They are not the best, but they will help do the business here. Okay, hopefully this session will be recorded and shared on our social media platforms and on our YouTube channel. So if you are interested, you can watch it again. And for everyone who's joined late, Muhammad is asking me, I know the best risk profit ratio is 1 to 2, but as I see, this strategy ratio isn't 1 to 1. Well, that's because you are only, Muhammad, that's because you are only focused on target 1, right? However, as I told you, you close 50% on target 1 and another 50% on target 2. And by doing so, your risk to reward ratio goes to 1.2 reward for a risk of 1. And by the way, there is no best risk reward ratio. How if I told you this signal has a probability of 90% reaching its target? Why do you care about 1 to 2? You should care more about expectancy in trading, not about risk to reward alone. What is expectancy? Expectancy is a mix between the risk reward ratio of your system and the accuracy of your system. So if you have an accurate system that is a 90% accurate system, you can trade with a risk reward of 0.5 to 1. You will still earn money at the end of the year. But if you have a 50-50, you have a 50% accurate system, then you need more than 1 to 1 risk reward to break even, right? So the risk reward on its own is not the best indication. But again, just to answer your question, the accuracy of this system is above 70%. It reaches 75 up to 80% on the daily time frame. Okay, as you go lower by the time frame, it becomes less accurate. And it has a risk to reward ratio talking towards target 1 and 2, half is 1.2 to 1. So you are all good, don't worry. What is the difference between WE1 and WE2? These are different ways, different triggers for the wave entry, okay? Different triggers for the wave entry. So the wave entry, the way it is activated through various styles. WE1 is one style, WE2 is another style. We have also the LTF and LLTF. Just, I don't have time to explain all these now. But all you have to do is just know the strategy and don't go into a lot of details, and you will still be able to do the same amount of profits. Dudes, you are most welcome. Avramis Swing Indicator. Yes, you are using the tool and signals. That is good. You have a trouble using it. Lucas, what do you mean by trouble? If you can email us, you can email us at support@tradepedia.com. So by emailing support@tradepedia.com, I'm writing it in the chat. Email us on this email here, support@tradepedia.com, and hopefully we will help you fix it. Well, it's up to you guys. Ahmad is asking me that we were using 30 minutes and 10 minutes, and now we are using 15 and 1 hour. It is totally up to you guys to decide on the time frames that you want to use. However, the best and the most accurate time frames are the daily and the 4 hours. Now, intraday charts like the 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, and 10 minutes are up to you. All you have to do is use either the 1 hour or the 30 minutes or the 10 or the 15. So you should choose between 30 and 1 hour and between the 10 and 15. And stick to those. The accuracy of the system, George, is, I told you, on the daily chart, it's between 75 and 80. It varies between exotics majors and minors, and the crosses, and it goes from 70 to 75 to the 4 hours, and from 65 to 70 on the intraday charts. Now, how to get the indicator? You will receive a detailed email on how to use this indicator shortly, but this indicator, you can get it, I'm gonna tell you real quickly, but again, you will receive all the details by email. You can get this indicator by paying us an amount of $500, and you will have access to this indicator with the scanning mode and everything. Or you can open an account with one of our affiliated brokers, deposit $1,000 with this broker, and they will sponsor you to get this indicator. So either pay us $500 cash or open an account under our affiliate with our affiliated brokers, and then deposit $1,000 with this broker and start trading the account. These are the two options to gain access to this indicator, and this is a special offer for this period. We know that everyone is facing financial difficulties now, and that is why we are offering this special offer right now. Deuce is asking what is the difference between this indicator and the river indicator. There's a big difference. The Avramis river shows different entry strategies, while this focuses solely on price action. The Avramis river indicator is more focused on volatility and moving average strategies. This is more price action. So we focus more on price itself rather than indicators, while the river indicator is based on trend indicators. Pantelis, of course, you will receive the referral link through the email that will be sent to all attendees after this session. Guys, everyone who's with us, following us on Facebook at the moment, and we don't have his email, everyone who's interested in having this indicator, he can email us at support@tradepedia.com. I will write it again in the chat window. So it is support@tradepedia.com. Feel free to contact us and we will help you gain access to this amazing tool. Thank you again for your time. It was lovely having you. Wish you all the best. Stay safe and never trade binary options. If you don't want to lose money, if you don't want to get scammed, never ever trade binary options. Also follow Mr. Avramis, the founder and CEO of Tradepedia. You can follow myself as well on Twitter for some signals and some market information. Thank you again for your time. Lovely having you. Stay safe, guys, and hope to see you again soon. Ciao, ciao.